fresh and ready to go?
For golf or for
A little bit of both.
Yeah, no, it's been a long summer and same story every summer. Just pretty excited to get back to it, and now guys look ready, and we're all pretty excited.
You stood at this very spot a year ago, and you're kind of new to the team. How different does it feel this year?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Just knowing the guys and being a little bit more involved, obviously with the community and a lot of familiar faces here at this golf tournament. But just having that 1 year with this team, I think makes you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Tim mentioned that ahead of training camp, almost 99% of you guys have already been on the ice together. Is that normal heading into a training camp for a team?
Maybe. I mean, I can't talk for other teams, but my past experiences, there's not a lot of guys that usually come a week or 2 weeks earlier. We're all skating and training together. It's been a lot of fun, and you can see how guys our expectation and what we want to do this year. You can see the guys are they're hitting the gas a little bit more.
You guys missed by only 6 points last year. What do you think this group learned over the course of last season?
I think there were stages during the season in which we were a dangerous team, where we felt comfortable out there. We knew the way we wanted to play was going to give us the win. So, and then there's some games that we weren't consistent in what we were doing, and that maybe cost us the playoffs last year.
And what do you think is a realistic expectation for this group?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I'm sure you guys will be asking questions about playoffs and stuff, but for us, it's well, I personally think you don't look at the big picture. You gotta go one game at a time, and you start looking at the big picture. That's when it takes a lot of energy off you, and you overthink stuff. So really, just worry about the first game, and then we'll worry about the second game after that.
Pourquoi ça semble si difficile pour les membres de l'organisation de dire que l'objectif?
C'est une bonne question. Je pense que c'est sûr que toutes les 32 équipes dans la Ligue, c'est ça le but, c'est de faire les séries. Mais pour nous autres, c'est sûr que ça fait longtemps que les Sens n'ont pas joué dans les séries. Mais je ne vais pas dire que c'est notre but parce que on veut faire plus que ça. Je pense que c'est important, comme que je viens de dire, d'aller un step à la fois.
Ce un match à la fois-là, Tim vient de le dire, Brady vient de le dire, ça va être un peu la constance d'aller chercher ça cette année. C'est l'objectif de tout le monde quand vous parlez de ne pas regarder trop loin, d'y aller au moment présent.
Ouais. Je pense que les bonnes équipes dans la Ligue, quand ils perdent un match, ils n'en perdent pas deux de suite souvent. Je pense que si on est capable, après une défaite, de la mettre en arrière de nous autres puis de continuer à pousser, je pense que c'est ça qui va donner les meilleures chances de to be successful. Je pense que un match à la fois, je pense que c'est très important pour nous autres.
Les nouveaux venus, tout ça, ça a été quoi ton impression avec les joueurs qui sont greffés à la formation cet été?
Oui, c'est sûr que c'est dur à dire sur la glace comme c'est là. On est compétitif, mais pas comme pendant la saison. Mais tu peux voir que le talent il est là, puis les gars ils veulent gagner, ils en parlent déjà. Je pense que c'est un bon début.
Est-ce que tu as eu la chance de parler avec le nouveau propriétaire?
Oui, j'ai eu la chance d'y parler un peu, puis tu peux voir comment il aime le hockey, puis une bonne conversation avec lui. C'est un gars qui est très, très bien respecté. Puis, je pense que ça va arriver bientôt. Vous le savez plus que moi.
Est-ce que pour les gars, ça peut changer de quoi? Peut-être dans l'environnement, des fois, l'équipement, les installations, la vibe autour de l'environnement d'une équipe, un nouveau propriétaire?
Oui, peut-être, c'est sûr, mais c'est pas vraiment à notre attention. C'est pas quelque chose qu'on parle ou qu'on pense qu'il va arriver. Je pense que nous autres, c'est juste sur la glace, puis c'est pas dans dans notre contrôle de quoi qui va arriver. So, on va juste s'occuper de faire notre job.
What sort of progression did you see in your younger core of players from day one last year through the end of the season? Did you see a step up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. I'm just trying to think of names, but like you can see how like I'm not gonna say names actually, but you can see how they got a little bit more comfortable. They were put in a position where they had to be reliable, and we just needed them to be consistent, and you saw it through the year. Yeah.
Take yourself back to your first day of training camp a few years ago. What's changed in you as a person and as a player since that day?
A little bit more than a few years ago, but yeah, I mean, remember my first camp, obviously very nervous, and you know, you just feel like you don't belong. It's you're just trying to prove yourself. You're trying to get respect from your teammates and coaches, and you know, and now camp's starting here in a couple of days, and obviously feel a little bit more comfortable, and I kind of trust that what I did in the summer is going to make me play better, and I think when you have that mentality, you kind of just have to trust yourself.
Does that make it easier when you talk about there's anxiety in your stomach? You're thinking, am I going to make the team? A lot of things going through your mind. Does it make it easier when there's more of a comfort factor and you're more confident?
Maybe, but you know, when you're not sure if you're making the team and you have to prove yourself, it keeps you on your toes. And some guys, they play better like that. So sometimes when you feel uncomfortable, that's when you start growing as a person and you start playing better. So I think there's pros and cons for both.
Au niveau de l'entraînement, ça a-tu été un entraînement spécial c'était pour toi? Est-ce que tu me trompes si tu as l'air d'être moins gros que
Moins gros?
J'aurais pas
Toi
dit ça.
aussi. Merci. Non, ça fait 18 ans que j'étais avec Tony, puis c'est sûr qu'on a changé une couple de choses, mais vraiment on a fait la même chose.
For me individually, of course, a lot of that time took away of watching Florida and being kind of up close and personal what they were doing. So it definitely created a lot of motivation for me this summer, and you could kind of tell now this summer, coming into this season, there's definitely a different vibe.
Lots of texting with old teammates and new teammates. What are your thoughts on this team?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been more excited for a season before. So, and I think I can speak on behalf of everybody. There's so much positive vibes right now, and everybody's been here for the last couple weeks, so we're excited. Just chomp off the to get going.
What was your biggest takeaway from just hanging out with Matthew with Florida in that run?
I think it's just the day-to-day. Each day is a new day. I feel like as we're kind of going through that, playoff push at the end of February, early March, and to finish the season, kind of get caught up right in the highs and lows, and just be focused on is the next day and just how it's a new day. You just got to give your best effort every single day. So that's what I took, and it was tough to beat sunny Florida at that time too. So just hop down once in a while, but it was just pretty cool to see what he was doing and how he just took advantage of the opportunity that was put in front of him.
What's the approach with camp this year, and is it any different?
I think just getting everything all dialed in right from the start. I think for us this year is just being detailed, and we're always going to bring it with our work ethic, and that's our identity as a team and organizations that we're never going to take a day off. So I think just the quicker we get everything all dialed in, the better it's going to be for all of us. But yeah, it's just you just feel the different mindset and excitement coming into this year.
Yeah, so what were some of the conversations like with teammates over the off season, where you're coming off a season that for the first time you were in the race kind of right down to a couple of weeks?
It's a lot of excitement. I feel like that was the best thing for us, kind of being in that hunt for the first time and kind of having a different experience in that aspect. And I think it's going to be some key valuable lessons that we're going to learn and kind of use moving forward. I mean, I feel all summer just talking to guys a lot, and just feel like right when the season ended, we all wanted to kind of get back and get going again. So it stunk that it was, what 6 months or 5 months away from each other. But I think that just speaks to the closest of our group is that we all just kind of want to be together and get the season back going again.
What's a realistic expectation, do you think, for this group?
Yeah, I mean, I I think for us, we're not going to put any external pressure on us. We have a standard belief internally, but we're going to keep that internal. And just because if you put a mark on where we think we're going to expect it, it's the expectation and the distraction would probably be too much. So it's just we have faith and belief amongst each other that we're just going to focus on day to day and being at our best every day, have a standard that we're going to know we've set already, but keep improving on. So there's no number, no spot that we've kind of got marked. It's every day is be our best selves.
You're a St. Louis kid. What's it like having Vlad Tarasenko as a teammate?
It was once I kind of heard rumblings of potential. I was definitely fired up. And then once he signed, I actually have a picture of, I think it was either his first year or second year. It was me, him, my sister, and I had his jersey on. So kind of full circle. And growing up in St. Louis, he was so impactful for the team in the city, and just be able to learn from him already and kind of share experiences even before the season. I'm definitely really excited about it.
Brings a tear to your eye, hey?
Yeah, no, it's just the wind, hey?
As you get deeper into your NHL career, does the summer preparation change at all? Does it become more intense, or is it important to find time away from the training?
I think each year, there's different things that learn about yourself throughout the season, and realistically, your goal is just to maintain and stay healthy, and so as years go on, personally, I've kind of stayed away from the heavy lifting and more focused on turf and just mobility and different things like that, and just getting stronger in that aspect. But that doesn't necessarily mean for me to try to lift as heavy as I can. So my mindset is just try to, of course, be more explosive, get faster, get stronger, but doing it in a healthy way. But just my goal is to play every game this year. I think that's everybody's goal. So I got to train appropriately in the summers, and at the end of the day, still got to get faster too. So focus on that too.
What's the downtime? Like, is golf part of the off-season routine, for instance?
You know what? The planning for the wedding took a lot of my golf time away. So no, just a little downtime, I guess. Just hanging out with family, friends. Did a lot of traveling this summer, so kind of found that time there. But it kind of just each day was different. So it was more of a day-to-day versus recovery versus playing for.
Where'd you travel to?
Yeah, it was just back and forth, St. Louis, New Jersey, where my wife's from, and we went traveling, honeymoon to Italy, so I had enough pasta for the year, so I'm good there. But just different trips here and there in the summer.
Hey, Brady, Michael Andlauer's here, and I'm just wondering, have you had a chance to interact with him, or at least what's the feeling around a new owner about to come in?
Yeah, I haven't had the chance today, but I've talked to him before, and the excitement that he has, and it's kind of been contagious to everybody else, top to bottom, and it's just his messages how much he wants to win here in Ottawa, and it's it's a great feeling that from top to bottom, everybody's on the same page with the goals and expectations, and I know everybody's waiting for it to become official, and I think everybody in the whole process is waiting for that too, and excited to it to hopefully almost be over, and just kind of go all says well, everybody get going here.
Does it change anything for you guys, players, or do you expect some change in the environment from a new owner?
I think as players, you just your sole focus is just going the rink, doing your job, and doing it to the best of your ability. And a lot of the other things are kind of unexpected, and or you can't really control it. What I meant to say, but whatever happens, meant to happen, but for us, it's just the excitement of kind of getting going. It's get the season going. I know the whole fan base is fired up, but I don't think anybody's more fired up than the Cleveland locker room.
Chicken in the air, but lots of excitement.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's really chilly today, but I can't wait to get out there and have some fun with all the guys here. And it's always awesome to support a charity too. So it's going to be great getting out there and have some fun.
What was the best part about your summer?
I think just seeing my family, hanging out with friends there, and just trying to get better. I think every summer is an opportunity to get better and stronger, and I think that's what I tried to do this year again. And I've been feeling really good. So everybody's excited to get the season going, and me as well.
As you're 2 days away from training camp, how does this preparation and maybe anticipation feel different from previous years?
No, I think mean, I think it's kind of similar to last year. I think we had 2 days too. Tomorrow is testing stuff, and today is just kind of enjoying the day and get the thing going. And I think I think 99% of the team was already there, if not everyone. So we've been skating together for a couple of weeks and having fun and getting prepared for the season. So everybody's excited. And I think it's a little different than this year. The whole team almost is there. So. Everybody's ready and can't wait to get the season going.
Tim, what are your expectations for this season?
Just go day by day. I think everybody's putting pressure on us. I know that it's going to be a hard season. We can't take any team lightly, and we just got to go day by day. I think we have a good enough team to be really good in the year, but in the end, we just got to go day by day and go game by game, and then see how far it's going to take us.
Do you feel like last year maybe you guys put too much pressure on yourselves to have a good start, and that affected your start?
No, I don't think so. I think in our room, everybody is such high competitors that everybody knows how to go along with pressure, and everybody puts pressure on themselves. So I just think we got to be ready from the start, and it's a really, really good sign that like the whole team is there already skating and preparing for the season. I think that's a really good sign. So we just try to be ready right from the start. Like I said, can't take any team lightly, and have a good start and see how it goes from day by day.
When you look at the Eastern Conference, there's 8 teams that made the playoffs last year. Then there's you, there's Buffalo, there's Pittsburgh. They all want to get in the playoffs. How tough do you think it's going to be to make the playoffs in the East?
I mean, it's always going to be tough. I think every conference is really, really good. So every team is good. Like I said, you can't take any team lightly. Every team can beat any team in the league. So, like I said, I think we just got to go game by game. Just got to be ready for the season to start, and now we got to be ready for preseason too. I think that's really important to get going, find the legs, get back in game shape. I mean, nobody has really played a game. It's just scrimmages, but it's totally different when your body starts hurting again, when you get a lot of contact. So just be ready for preseason. I think that's the goal, and we're gonna have a couple of good days of camp here. Everybody has to be focused, and then like I said, we are really excited to get going.
What's the feeling like with the new owner here in Michael Landlauer, kind of hanging around, and he's going to take over here at some point?
No, it's great. I mean, I think he has been really, really supportive so far. And it's great to see somebody helping the team out as much as he did. I think Eugene was awesome. He did so many great things for the organization, and I think we have such a good core, what they've been doing. So, I mean, with the same with Sandy. He signed long-term. I think that was a big part that all of us kind of signed long-term, committed to the team, and he wants to be here. So, I think Mr. Andlauer played a big part in that role too, to get him signed, and so it's definitely awesome to see some stuff like that happen.
You've had a really good progression in the first couple of years. Do you think you can score maybe 50 goals?
I mean, there's always pressure to be better. I put pride in myself to be better every year, but for me it's totally not about putting up 50 goals. It's just more about the winning, and we got to win as a team, and that's the biggest key for me. If I can help score goals, that's awesome. But in the end, I got to be better in my two-way game, and got to be able to play in all situations. And I think I progressed a lot last year, and now it's just time to win some more games.
Thanks, Dan.